Hey, what's up everybody? Just gonna do a little bit of a pickups vid here and just kind of a ramble, maybe a little bit of a ramble video, just basic pickups. I haven't been doing much in the way of content recently, other than benchmarks, and like I say, I'm just gonna come back with a little bit different stuff now. But yeah, hey, welcome to my channel. There's no topic, there's nothing on this thing at all, just whatever the fuck I want it to be. So, pretty damn simple. So we got a couple of pickups here. Most of these are devices, but I do have one game here, and this is an old school pickup. If you do remember this, if you've been a subscriber of mine for a couple of years now, 3-4 years, or if you've just gone back at any point and watched some of my old collector videos. Got Shadowrun for the 360. This is complete. Shadowrun, so fun game. I actually did a live stream of this game a number of years ago. One of my first ever live streams, but unfortunately that is no longer online. I'm not sure when exactly that went off of YouTube, but I did do a stream of this game at one point, and that was fun, even if the quality was crap. But yeah, Shadowrun's a fun game. I had this game before, but it wasn't in a case really. It was just in one of the generic GameStop cases, and at some point I put it away and I never got it back out, and now it's lost forever. So I bought another copy of it. I think now though I basically have all of the games that I had back in the day. I've recovered all of the ones that I lost. I think I'd have to look back at some of my various collection videos to see what I have versus what I had back then, but I think I have everything now. I know that I was missing this one, but I think this makes it complete. So yeah. Now the rest are devices. So got an iPod lot. I collect these iPods from back in the day. This was a lot for a couple of cheap units, which was great. They were untested units, so this is why I got them for so cheap. First off, got a black iPod Nano 2nd generation in mediocre condition. The top little piece of plastic's kind of coming up, like it's starting to pop out, and the hold switch doesn't work all the time. You have to press this down and then do the hold switch for it to work because of the way that is. It doesn't register. So yeah, screen is kind of scratched up. You can see that one scratch in the middle, I think. It's pretty scratched on the screen, which is unfortunate. There's a lot of nicks in the metal. Nicks where you can see where the paint's chipped off. Well, it's not necessarily paint, but just the anodized finish has been chipped away, and it shows that raw aluminum color. So yeah, and then the text on the back is discolored, and it's starting to turn a bit of a brown bronze color. But yeah, so not excellent condition on this one, but there is that. It's an 8GB iPod Nano 2nd gen. Battery's decent, but yeah. Another iPod Nano and another iPod Nano 2nd gen. Now this is a really, really cool unit. I just think that this color is freaking awesome, and I think it would be cool to have a couple of others of other generations in this color. Got a 4GB. This is a 4GB iPod Nano 2nd gen. Product red, and I just think that is a killer freaking color. It's in pretty good condition overall. I'd say it's actually in excellent condition, other than on the back. Not sure if it's going to show. There's 2 chips, like actually scratches in the metal. You can kind of make that out. I gotta make sure that the light, you can kind of see that, like the lines. Other than that, it's awesome condition. The screen is mint condition on the screen. But like I said, the battery's fried. But very, very cool color on it. The way that it plays with the light. This camera does not do it justice. It looks kind of fake, plastic crap on the camera just because of the way that the camera picks this up. But yeah, it's a very cool color. probably the coolest iPod color there ever was. But yeah. So I think that's pretty neat. And I'd be interested in getting a third or a fourth gen Nano with that color at some point, because you know I'm a collector. So we'll see. But the price, for me, the price has to be right for me to buy these things. I'm not going to spend ridiculous amounts of money for these things. Now this one was the score. This was the score. Because all of it, $35, wait. This goes for about $80, if not more. And it's in pretty damn good condition. So, as you guys know, or should know, because I've shown this in a number of videos over the past few years, I have an iPod Classic. It was my sister's iPod Classic, 160 gig black. Now I have, this is probably one of the coolest iPods ever, I have an 80 gigabyte iPod Classic silver. Now it looks like crap on the camera because it's just blown out. Let me try. Ah, there, it looks decent. Yeah, I think it's very, very nice. The back is still in pretty good condition. The top and the sides are in good condition, not scratched up. Bottom is in good condition. Still very shiny. Still clear, which is nice. And the click wheel hasn't discolored very badly at all. The aluminum front's in pretty good condition. The screen is overall in good condition. You see that little mark in it there though? I have no idea what that is. But yeah. Now that's not going to show up worth a damn at all. I don't even know, this will probably knock out my sound or something, but yeah, you can see. That's it. It's got a very warm display, like the temperature of the display. But yeah. Very cool iPod. Very, very cool. Yeah. But yeah. So that's probably the best score there. That's a very nice unit. And that, honestly, other than that little thing in the screen being like, that's a totally usable unit, and I could make that my main iPod if I wanted to. Because I do actually still use iPods, people. Yeah. Now the main pickup, I think I mentioned this in another vid, maybe? Oh well, if you've been watching for a year or more, I talked about this a lot in some of my live streams because this was something that I had planned on getting last year for quite some time. And I finally do have it, and it's quite a cool device to finally have. Got myself an iPad mini. I say it's gonna show up like shit. I'm trying to like angle it. You can see it though. It's an iPad mini, white and silver, first generation. I paid $30 for it, which might be a little bit much for some people, but it's palmable. You see, I can hold it in one hand. It's in pretty decent condition overall. Not excellent. There is a little bit of a, turn the screen off so it doesn't fuck with it too much. You can see that there's a little crack just up there. Well, that's not too bad. There's some light scuffing on the back. The biggest piece of wear, there's a little scratch in the screen. It's hard to show scratches. You can see a little bit of it there, that line. But yeah. Overall, it's a very nice device. It is laggy on this latest firmware, but I jailbroke it. There is a way to still put this stuff on here without Cydia Impactor. So I did that, and I jailbroke it, and now I can put multiple versions of iOS on it, and that's what I want to do with it. You know, I could put iOS 6 on this, and I did have that on there for a time, which was actually quite cool to experiment with. But yeah, it's just more of a tinkering device. But actually, for watching YouTube, you know, if you guys remember an iPad 2 that I always used to use, like I would read my stream chat on that thing, and I can do basically everything that I did with that on this. But it's way lighter, way smaller. And yeah, for that purpose, it actually does work fairly well, and I have been using it some. I've been using it as a reference device, I'll pull some information up on it and just have it sitting there as a reference sheet, basically. So it's not completely useless, even though it is slow. It's not completely useless, and for tinkering, for the hobbyist stuff, you know, it's very nice for that purpose. So I'd say it's overall pretty good. Yeah, I've wanted that for quite some time. Now the pickups that I wanted really badly in 2019, like early 2019, was an iPad mini and a MacBook Pro 15-inch 2008, and guess what, I have both of those. But obviously the MacBook Pro did not turn out very well. That thing, actually, that kind of segues into something here. Let me take a look at my battery life on this thing. This old piece of crap. Oh, it's almost full actually, so we'll turn it on and we'll take a look at the RAM, because I took some of the RAM out of the MacBook Pro and put it in my late 2008 MacBook, which, as you guys know, I've fought with this thing. Well, you don't know all of the fight, but I've fought with this thing pretty fucking hard since I got it. I'll wait for it to boot up because it is a slow son of a bitch. Yeah, there's a number of problems with this laptop, like the fact that the battery is pretty much fried, Bluetooth is dead, DVD drive does not work. But you know, you can kind of deal with those things. I could replace the battery. The biggest deal breaker for me though is that the screen is not very good. I mean, I have a 21.5-inch iMac from 2010, and by comparison, the screen on that is 1,000 times better than this. Some of the Windows laptops that I've owned have been better. My PowerBook has a better screen than this thing. I would just use the PowerBook, really. I would. But it's just not useful anymore for anything that I do with it, because you can't even watch YouTube on those things. Not in a convenient manner, anyway. Okay, so yeah, this thing here. But this is the screen viewing angle, as you know. It's just extremely limited. Contrast is not very high. It's just not a great screen. About this Mac, 5 gigs of RAM. So this had 2 gigabytes and the MacBook Pro had 8. So I just divided it up. And I now both have 5 gigs, which is nice. I do notice a little bit of a speed increase from 2 to 5. I actually do notice parallel, hey! We're going to be looking at this from the book. Yeah. The screen's not good. That's the only thing I got there. Ah! I hope the frick. I'm gonna be watching this video back before I post it, right? Because I just. God damn it, fucking laptop being a piece of crap. You can't see a damn thing that I'm showing in this video. Whatever. This laptop sucks, alright? But I'm starting to accept that this is the laptop, so I put it up to 5 gigs of RAM. Maybe it's usable. If I put an SSD and a new battery into it, I think it would be perfectly usable, but the screen isn't very great. I have thought about like a MacBook Air or something like that, but you know, man, it's not really needed. But we'll see, man. You know, I buy a lot of stupid shit, so we'll see. We'll see what I get for my birthday, which is coming up. That's the next time that I'll have money of any amount that I can get. You see the way that I move in my chair? I'm not doing that on purpose. It just decides to fucking go without me. And I'm really laggy on this thing. But yeah, you know, just give an update. Like I say, I haven't been doing much on YouTube. I haven't been doing much in general, man. Goddamn. It's been like some sort of strange hiatus in my life right now. Well, I'll put this stuff away. Obviously, you know, the world's kind of gone to hell since I was active on YouTube with all this shit going around, you know. And I'll tell you what, it's fucking ridiculous. I must have turned this off already. The fact that I went out, I've gone to the store multiple damn times. I've been to multiple stores and there's no fucking toilet paper. You gotta be kidding me. All this shit's going off the shelves, you know. Honestly, if this lasts, they say the peak's gonna be around June, which is what yeah, we'll see what it is. It's preferable from a medical standpoint to postpone that into late summer, the peak of the pandemic, but it looks like it's going to be June, right? People are going fucking crazy about this shit. That's what I'm worried about more than anything, is that people are just going to lose their shit, because the last time we had a really big pandemic was 1918, 1919. That was the H1N1 influenza, Spanish flu. And that estimated killed more people than both world wars combined. That was the last time we had anything like this. And there's a couple of people alive now that were alive then, but I don't know if they remember that. It's been a long time since something like this happened. I'm lagging really bad, I don't know if I have sound, but it's been a long damn time since something like this happened in the world. On this scale, and people don't know how to handle it. They really don't. I mean, I can only wish that things go well, but people need to just slow the hell down for a second. It's just out of control with this panic buying and all of this mass hysteria. I mean, just slow down. You know, it is a scary situation. When you look at it, it is scary. The schools have shut down. I'm not going to school for quite some time. As a result. But just for a second, think rationally, people. Think rationally. It'll make this a lot damn easier. But, you know, I don't know. We aren't, our society as it is right now is not, this is a foreign thing to us, because it hasn't happened in so long. Now, it is a regular thing in human history, but not in our history. As this current part of this current time in society, this generation, these generations that are alive and functioning right now. So, yeah, it's really something. I might get infected with it. I'd assume that a lot of people that I know are going to get infected with it. I can only hope that their cases are asymptomatic or very mild. I hope that they don't get hit hard by it. I hope the people that they know don't get hit hard by it. But it's probably going to infect a shit ton of people. I wouldn't be surprised if 70-80% of people get it. Not at all. But yeah, like I say, there's a chance that I'll get it. I probably won't have a severe case because I'm so young and because I'm in fairly good health. But yeah, it does not look good. Weird fucking time to live in, man, in terms of the mass hysteria. If this is the way people are acting about this, imagine if we had big solar flares and we lost all the satellites and everything. What the hell would people do? Just a thought. Just a little thought. But I hope everybody out there stays safe, follow proper hygiene. Social distancing, I think, is actually an effective idea. But yeah, just stay safe. Think rationally. That's just what I have to say. Think rationally. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on that little matter. That's at least some of my thoughts on the matter. But yeah, in terms of my channel, I will be getting back to posting some regularly stuff. I don't know if this video has sound. If not, I won't redo it tonight because there's shit I gotta do. But yeah, so I will have some stuff out. Sorry if it's been a while since I've really done much with the channel, but yeah. Catch you guys later.